Hi, everyone. My name is Bill Soroka. I'm the founder of notarycoach.com and author of the Amazon bestselling book, Sign and Thrive, How to Make Six Figures as a Mobile Notary and Loan Signing Agent. I'm here with Lisa Robinson, one of our students in Sign and Thrive, and we're doing this episode of Profiles in Ink to talk about Lisa's journey to becoming a loan signing agent and mobile notary. Lisa, thank you so much for carving time out of your day today.
Thank you. I am so honored to be here. Thank you so very much.
Well, I am so glad that that we're doing this together because we've been trying for months now to make this happen, but I know you've been really busy. And in fact, I think before we rolled the cameras today, you were telling me that you're a little behind on paperwork and invoices and things like that from last week. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I decided to take the day off today because I have so many invoices to input in my Notary Assist. I have been that busy. I mean, it's busy all month, but at the end of the month, it's like unreal.
Yeah.
So I had to just take a break and say, I need to catch up because let me tell you, 1 or 2 days behind is major.
It is.
As
It's
a
so
notary.
easy. Yeah, exactly. It's so easy to forget things. We see so many people sometimes in the day, you don't even remember
And lots
what
of
happens in the
paper.
appointment. Yeah, lots of paper, tons
Yes,
of paper. Well,
yes.
thank you for sharing that. And the fact that you just even have to take a day off to catch up really speaks volumes. And that's part of the reason I wanted to invite you onto this, Lisa, because a lot of times we hear all the glamorous stories about how everything it's just, they touch it, they start the business, it turns to gold and they're just booming out of it. It didn't happen that way with you, right?
Nope, not at all.
This has
No.
not been the easiest road. So I want to share this story. I love your story because of your perseverance and your ability to pick yourself back up, even after you took a few punches. First, let's share why you chose to even move into mobile notary and loan signing agent. What were you doing? Why did you decide to do this?
So what was I doing prior to this? I was working for a HOA, and I was working in the transfer department. Um, and at that time, I dealt with escrow officers and deeds and transfer of property or of ownership. I didn't really quite know, all the documents that I was looking at. But that job prepared me for for this for this appointed time. Now, I ran across this video on YouTube because I was thinking about what are my plans for the next 12 months. So this was in 2018. Yeah, 2018. So I was trying to figure out my exit strategy from corporate America to my own thing. And that was something that I had promised myself like several years prior to this time. So anywho, I was on the internet, and this gentleman was talking about being a notary, loan signing, and it sounded quite interesting. And as I stayed on listening, he was talking about certain documents that I thought that I was looking at work. I think these are the same kind of documents that I see at work. Lord and behold, I started doing some research, and I mean, like really researching. And when I found a niche, something that I know I will be good at, that it wasn't going to be something hard for me to obtain and to even transition into, and that's how I found you on YouTube, and I was like, I think this is something, because I started seeing real people as I started digging, and and I got real thirsty. Like, okay, I need to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think did I answer your question?
Yeah, you sure did. And I remember those initial conversations with you too. And I love
Yes.
the enthusiasm that you bring. And I imagine that's probably been one of your token strengths throughout your life, right? Is being
Oh my,
enthusiastic,
it's
bringing
terrible.
some energy to it.
And it's terrible because then you know what, people, I don't know what, no, I know what it is. It's totally my gift. It's my gift is that it is so easy for me to connect to people. It doesn't matter on what level, what race, it doesn't matter. I've always had that gift to connect with people. And so I knew this was my this was my purpose in life.
Yeah.
Really, this is my purpose. It's people.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you have that realization. And that's the beautiful thing about this business too, is
Yeah,
meeting
absolutely.
people. Sometimes it's on their best days, when we're doing loan signings and things like that. That's usually a pretty good day for people. But on those days that aren't so good for people too, to have this level of empathy and passion in what you're doing really goes a long way as well.
Absolutely. Because you know why? You can't take a lot of things personal. You can't.
That's a key attribute of this job I found is too, you got to have
Bill,
some thick skin. Definitely, because
yeah,
people
you
people
can't take
are
it
in
personal.
all ranges of emotions when we're meeting with them.
Absolutely. I always try to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
Always.
Excellent. Good advice. Good
Yeah.
advice. Now, you, one of the things I've always admired about you is you did have a very set plan, and you had a plan to leave corporate America by a certain date. And was that 2018 or was that last year,
That
2019?
was 2019. So
2019.
so my goal was to transition and be done by the end of 2019, the first of 2020. And yeah, yeah. And let me tell you, and I really wish you guys can just see what's going on in my head, how I even got here. I mean, I planned. I planned. I didn't know how I was going to get here or get there. I didn't have money for equipment. I had nothing. All I had was a prayer and a wing. That was it, literally. And listening to you, Bill. And so, and I knew as I had, a few, well, several conversations with you, and as I proceeded with the training, I just knew that this was going to happen, and it was going to happen soon.
Yeah, yeah, and
Come
it
hell or
did.
high water.
It did.
It
And
did.
now, did it happen sooner than you thought? Did you
Yes.
make the decision, or did the universe make it for you?
Um, I think it was both, because this is why it was both. I didn't know, as I was listening to a lot of the people um, with the Sign and Thrive Facebook page, and people were sharing a lot of information about, oh, about this signing services and this signing services. I kind of knew what signing services was. So I decided that, well, since I know I'm going to be taking a leap real soon, like in the next several months, let me just go ahead and kind of sign up and see what's going on. So I was doing your I'll show you right here. Um, my little checklist that you gave us, Bill. Oh,
Yeah.
here it is. So my daily dues.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was doing this when I was still working in corporate America. I really didn't have a clue the impact that it was going to have. I just knew that you said to do this. So I'm signing up with all these services. And Lord and behold, working in corporate America, my phone kept going off. I was like, what is all of this? So I kind of helped myself, but I didn't know what it was. And that's how I started doing loan signings. I just signed up, didn't know what I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked back.
No, see, that's what I love about this. And you just dove in. You didn't have all the answers. Every step of the way wasn't lit for you, but you knew exactly where you wanted to go. And then you got your first signing. And I wanted to talk about this, and you've been so gracious to share this story with me and allow us to talk about it, because I know that to all the people who are listening, who are maybe in the same boat you were 2 years ago when you wanted to take this leap, or they did take the leap and they still haven't had their first signing. There is so much fear and anxiety around that first signing. Do you remember at all what happened before you got to the signing? Like the pressure you were feeling, or was there no pressure? And you said, "Hey, I think I got this." What would build us up for that?
I was sicker than a dog. First of all, I left work early. I I told a little fib. I had an appointment, which I did.
Yeah, that's true.
And yes, and oh, and so my business partner Jason drove me to the signing because I couldn't function. There's no way. And I didn't know exactly what, when, where. I just got this package and it was about this big. It was about 1,000
That's about
pages.
right. Yeah.
I have never seen a book so big in my life. I was like, this is a freaking book. And so got to the signing table. Once I got inside, I could handle it, you know, because I can, you know, I mean, I'm just me. And so being me was very easy to even connect with people. So the way I even connect with people, they had no idea that this was my very first signing, that they were my first victims.
Right. They had no idea, never saw it coming.
all, all they saw was the smile and someone was just being very nice.
Yeah.
So we sat there. One thing was that I didn't do was I forgot to put them in my journal. That's how nervous I was. I forgot that I had this journal, all this stuff. Got to the table, took out the documents, and I thought I did okay. I didn't do okay. But what I said, they thought that it was okay. And you asked me what happened, Bill, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's go right into it. What happened?
So um, it took me about an hour and a half at the signing, and I thought it was good. I didn't check anything in the car because I was too nervous. I didn't check anything at the table because I didn't want them to I didn't want them to know that I didn't know exactly what I was looking for. So that pride, and pride will destroy you. So by the time I got back home and I looked at the documents, I thought they were okay. I shipped them out, and I got that dreaded phone call 2 days later with the signing services. I needed to go back and fix it because I had all these errors. And you know, I was like, okay. So they emailed me the errors, and I shared it with Miss Lovely Diana, your mom. It
Oh
was
yeah.
20, I think it was like 25 pages. 25 pages. And it was a VA loan. I was absolutely devastated. I was sick to my stomach. I couldn't even, it's like, is this real? Am I real? I was done. I said, there's no way. There's no way. But I am a believer. I believe in God with all my heart. And my God told me to go back and do it again, that I couldn't give up because this was the purpose. This was my purpose. And I've always been a people person. So that was the easy part. But it was my purpose because it was something that I have that I'm supposed to share. And so
Yeah.
I had to go back, and let me tell you, I went back 3 times. I
Wow.
went back the first time. I did what Miss Diana said. They found something else that I didn't do, so I had to go back a second time, and then I had to go back a third time, and I went back every time. And guess what? I went back with a smile on my face, and I was scared. I was so scared. I was so scared. I thought maybe a couple of times I peed on myself because I was devastated because
Yeah.
I felt like I let this couple down that just absolutely loved me, didn't know that they were my victims, and the signing service. But that signing service has kept me busy.
See,
They never gave up.
this is the magic of this whole thing, and I wanted to talk about this specifically because I think there's so many of notaries, new ones especially, that think that when you make a mistake, it means the end of your business. When really mistakes happen every single day to notaries of all levels. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I still miss stamps. I miss signatures on occasion, you know, because I lose presence or whatever it might be. But it's not like that. There's not some bat phone in the background where this signing company is calling all the other signing companies and telling you you're
Not at
terrible
all.
and not to hire you. In fact, it was just the opposite for you.
Mm.
This signing company, when they first contacted you and said, hey, you've got some errors, what would you describe as the tone of that conversation?
They were just, you know, very businesslike. There's some errors and we need these fixed, so we're going to send you an email and please get these fixed ASAP. I
Done.
was like, oh, okay.
It's not like people come at you. Every now and then you get some personalities that do, but it's usually really professional and matter of fact. It's like, hey,
Absolutely.
we know this happened. We just need to get it fixed right now. So the policy, you probably remember this from the book and the course, drop everything and fix it.
Yes, absolutely. No questions asked.
And then,
Yeah,
that was a challenge for you though. You're working full time at
I
the
was still
time.
working full time.
So what's
And
that look like to have to clean all that up?
oh, it was it was stressful because I felt very I felt bad because I was not being truthful to my employer, like, oh, I had to leave again. And then, I'm trying to fix this over here. And it was so much, but it was necessary. It was
Yeah.
necessary, you know.
Necessary for your dream, necessary for
Absolutely.
integrity.
Absolutely, because you know why? You have to start somewhere. And I hear so many people, say, well, but I have this full-time job. You will make a way. If you really want it, if you're that thirsty, you're going to make a way. So it didn't matter, Bill. I was going to get it done. Come hell or high water, it was going to get done because because I had already invested a lot of money taking your class. I have already invested a lot of energy mentally. And it's like I come this far to say, no, I'm not going to do this. No, not on my watch.
Not
Mm-mm,
acceptable, right?
not acceptable.
I think, so many times we let our butts get in the way.
Yes,
But I have a full-time job, but I have kids, but I can't afford it, but I don't know what I'm doing. And we let those butts just build up a wall between us and our dreams. And I love that you didn't do that. You didn't let that
mm-mm,
stop you. And I want to talk about that a little bit more, but let's talk about the borrower's reaction. You're really good with people. You connect. And I tell people this all the time. If you connect with people, it doesn't matter how the signing goes. It doesn't
nope,
matter if you miss a signature because you have that rapport with people. You can always come back and
absolutely.
forth. So you got to see these guys, what, 4 times? So the original appointment plus 3
Yes,
visits.
yes. Ooh, yes, it was.
So what are you guys doing? Are you hanging out having cocktails now? Or were they angry? Were they frustrated? Or were
He,
they cool?
and I was very honest with him. I didn't tell him that I was a new loan signing agent. I just said that VA loans are very tricky, and they are, and there are little hidden spots that you have to really be careful, make sure that you dot that line and cross your T's. And unfortunately, I missed them, but we'll take care of it. First time, then the second time. And then you know what? By the third time, he just said, you know what? Next, if there's any more errors, just email it. But it's fine. I just wanted funded. Things happen, and he
Yeah.
he was okay with it.
Too, what we find with VA in particular, the VA loans, they know how the government works. They know that they've got tons of paperwork. They applied for a VA loan, so they've been put through the ringer. So sometimes you can relate to
Absolutely,
them on that level. It's like, here we go.
absolutely,
Okay, the VA addendum, this government
Ab-
paperwork kind of lightened it up.
absolutely.
So I love that, and you stuck with it. And in this signing company,
Yep.
where had you had just the wrong attitude or the wrong
Yes.
persistence to getting this fixed, would never have used you again, most likely.
Never. Never.
So talk to me. What happened there? What was that relationship like?
Um,
What is it now?
they keep me well. They call. I don't really work. I don't really do a lot of work for them anymore because now I'm so busy with others, and through them, I probably should say this though, but through them, I received a title direct as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And so, and not that there's anything bad. I'm just so busy with my title direct,
Yeah.
and then a couple of other signing services that that keep me busy. So I kind of have like a hybrid, almost like you. So it
Yeah.
can, a little bit of both, where I don't get too complacent with just one, or too comfortable with just one.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to diversify a little bit. So if the
Absolutely,
volume goes down, you have a little bit more. So
absolutely.
what we're talking about here is in June of 2019. So it was just last year when all this happened, right?
Yeah.
It was June or July,
So
right?
it was July, and I'll tell you, it was July 23rd, 2019. The signing was at 5 p.m. in Maricopa. Hmm.
So that was even
I-
a drive for you. That was a 45-minute drive each way.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and yes.
Yeah. So that was an intense
It
lesson
was.
for you.
It
Yeah.
was. But let me tell you, oh, I don't regret it at all. I don't regret any of it at all. I mean, oh my goodness, that signing made me who I am today.
Talk
you know.
about that a little bit more. In what way? What would you learn specifically from that?
What I learned from that is that um, you must stay present. You must stay present in every signing. It's important. You can have a good time talking and laughing and all that, but you must stay present. And let me just say this for the record, Bill. There was a couple of pages that if I was present, I would have caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have caught it. It was just I wasn't there because I was so nervous, and I was trying every and anything to you know not let them know or see that I was new at this.
Right.
I mean, I was really acting in there, but
Yeah.
I didn't stay present.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah,
And that's difficult to do on your
it,
first signing with all of that and that much
on your
paper too.
first signing,
Yeah.
right, right.
Now, so that was just July of last year when you
That was July.
had your first signing. So life has changed a lot in 1 year or 11 months.
Yes.
So now you just mentioned that you don't do so much work with that particular signing company or signing
No,
companies in general because you have Escrow Direct
I
already. It took a year,
escrow direct
less
already,
than a
right.
year.
Less than a year, yeah. And that um do you mind if I share that story too?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so this is a big one too. So did a signing for a signing service, and so this was I have the dates because it was just so profound for me. This happened on February 12th. I did the signing. Once again, it was in Maricopa. Shipped out the documents on the 13th at a FedEx here in my state. And on Friday, I get a phone call from the title company stating that I did a loan for them through the signing service, and they received the package, and the package was empty. A FedEx a FedEx package. The the pack was empty with the slip on there, the return slip,
Mhm.
and once again, I was dead. Like, no way. And I was just speechless. And I was like, but that could have happened. So fast forward, I stopped everything that I was doing, stopped everything, stopped production, called that FedEx, spoke to the manager, trying to figure out what's going on. I opened up an investigation because I had it like this kind of stuff can happen. This is somebody's life in here. Every information is in this package. How does it disappear? So did all of that, got in contact with the title company, gave them the information, their tracking number, what it is that I'm doing. I'll keep them I'll keep them up to date. Whenever I find out information, I will keep them up to date every day. I don't care if I find something or not. So I took the initiative to figure out what happened. So they were very appreciative of it, but I had to go back out to Maricopa for them, and I had to have a couple of the documents re-signed. Now, thank God that I keep their blank copies on a USB, and I save it for like 60 days. So I had copies. So I pulled those copies, made called the client, went out there, had them re-signed, shipped them out the same day to a different FedEx. And the escrow officer, she was very, very happy about it. Well, 2 weeks later, the last day of February, which was on a Friday, I got a phone call back from that title company and said, hey Lisa, guess what, your package showed up today, and it looks like the package is all beat up, but everything seems to be intact. So the escrow officer said that she was very appreciative, and she really liked how I handled the whole situation. And I'm thinking to myself, you like how I handled the whole situation? This is not my job. This is my business. I had to come here. My name was on those documents. So she asked me, she goes, I would like to extend service to you. So if I when I get signings in Arizona, if you would be my go-to notary. And
Mhm.
as a result, I have been working for them. I mean, they keep me busy. So I gained another relationship out of this business, out of a unreal, an un an unforeseen incident, but it's how I handle it.
Yeah. Wow. What a testament to
Yes.
how you're running your business. I love that. And the message here is, and it's really hard to teach it, it's really hard to convey it, but what you're demonstrating here is really owning your business.
That's
You're,
right.
you're not some subcontractor. You're not somebody who
Mm-mm.
just gets paid to go get signatures and then says, nope, I'm done. You're an entrepreneur who values relationships. And I think that's really the key to the success of this.
Absolutely, Bill. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
awesome. Awesome. So
Yep.
now your escrow direct business continues to grow and thrive.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, awesome. And now you have mostly just escrow direct customers.
Um, yes, with the one. Yeah. And they keep me really, really busy. But I still do stuff for, two other signing services that keep me busy as well. So I'm swamped.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is great, and you will continue to be swamped. And I want to speak to your to what happened a little bit when that escrow officer approached you. Guys, if you're listening to this, this
Yeah.
is really powerful, and it's really common when you're just that type of person that people really enjoy working with. And if you'll
Absolutely.
recall, I talk about the 4 pillars of your business, and we've got to have competence, meaning you have
Yep.
to know what you're doing, right? And then you have to
Absolutely.
have confidence, so that you have to be able to demonstrate that competence in a way that is attractive to people and your clients and the signers. But then you have to have integrity. You have to follow through, do what you said you're going to do, know what you can do, know what you
That's
can't
right.
do. And the last one is your likability. And this
Yes.
really, I call it, they're consider them all equal legs, but this is the one that defines your business. Likability. Do people
Absolutely.
enjoy answering the phone when you call? Do they enjoy getting an email even when the crap's hitting the fan? Do you have an air or an energy about you that is enjoyable to work with or easy to work with? A personality that
Absolutely.
is, it makes all the difference. And this, you're really demonstrating that. So they had a relationship with a signing company that you were a contractor through. Your
Yep.
energy, your beacon of lightness, just showing up, doing
Yeah.
your job with such passion and enthusiasm, said, nope, I would rather just do business with you in that
Yep.
state. And that's
And that's what happened.
really
That's what
powerful.
happened in a nutshell. Absolutely.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah. Thank
That
you.
is amazing. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I know there's going to be some questions out there about whether or not this is poaching or not. This is not poaching. This is not Lisa going out and saying, hey, work with me
No.
instead. This is an escrow officer, a professional saying, I want to work with you.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with that
Absolutely.
at all.
Yes.
I love this, Lisa. And I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you for sticking to this business. Even, I mean, you're taking punches from all directions. I mean, we talked about two
That's right.
days, but there's
Yes.
been a lot that has come through, I'm sure, that we don't even know about. And it will continue to be
Absolutely.
that way. But what
And I'm
gets you
still
through?
standing.
Yes. Yeah.
What gets me through?
Yeah. What gets you through?
Oh yeah. Yes. What? I'm sorry, Bill. Say it again.
What gets you through? What?
Oh, you know what is prayer and believing and knowing that if God has brought me to it, He's going to bring me through it. I mean, that's really it. That's really it. It's nothing but just me and God, and just believing and knowing.
I love that. I love that,
Yeah,
Lisa. Lisa,
yeah.
thank you so much for this. You shared something about your training. You've gotten some feedback from your training as well. Tell us where you got the majority of your training, or where you continue to get it, and then share what your feedback has been with the escrow officers.
Okay, so my training for, and I had Bill's training for a long time. It was so necessary. So Sign and Thrive was my bread and butter, and I took the Notary to Pro, and now I'm also taking. I just signed up with Laura's Bureau's library
Yeah,
because it's
nice.
important. It's important that I know general notary work. I know loan signings, but I don't know general notary work. And so my escrow officer, she and I was having a conversation about um, um, Ron, remote online notarization, because they're now doing quite a few of hybrids. They're hybrids, right? Hybrids. And I had mentioned to my escrow officer that I had just had a brief conversation with you about Ron, and you were saying that there's really no training, but you were going to be coming up with something. And so I was sharing that with her. And so she had asked me, she goes, Sign and Thrive. And she goes, oh, I know Sign and Thrive. She goes, so that explains your work, that my what I produce is just like primo. It's flawless.
Mm,
It's the training. It's the
awesome.
training. It's not me. It's training, because and it's important. You you can do this business, just kind of, winging it, but I don't think you really want to wing it, because you're dealing with some serious documents, and you really need to know what you're doing. And it shows. It shows. And when it shows, people will pay you what you're worth.
I love that. I love your commitment to continuing education. Kaizen is a big part of my
Right.
life too. So I love that you're demonstrating this, and I love that it's really working out for you, Lisa. So,
It's oh my gosh, Bill, you were just talking that. Look,
what?
these are all my little notes and stuff. I mean, and
Holy cow.
I keep little notes and saying, because this is the only way that I am going to be able to be promoted, with this business here, because I will be promoted in this business, even though it is my business. But I'm looking for a promotion, and the way to get that promotion is you constantly have to remain teachable. You have to remain a student. The training, the education, it never stops. It never ends. It never ends. Mm-mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
That is so true. Lisa, thank you
yeah.
so much for that. I mean, what a valuable lesson for anybody looking to get into this business or take their business to the next level. And I love what you just said. You're looking to get a promotion in your own company. You are the
Absolutely.
CEO, you're also the janitor, you are also the marketing director, you're all of those roles, and you want to be the best employee for yourself that you can
Absolutely.
possibly have. I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm
Thank you
not
so
satisfied.
much.
I want more.
Yeah, I love it. And I love that you have the hustle behind it and the enthusiasm and the passion behind it. That helps us all. That helps us all stay excited about what we're doing and show us
Right.
the possibilities. Lisa,
And
thank you.
you're
Yeah.
welcome. And you know what, Bill? Before I forget, and it's really important that you have to take increments. You have to take steps. You have to have goals. Like every quarter, there's a goal that I have to meet. So I'm constantly putting stuff on my calendar to make sure that I meet those goals. That is the only way that you're going to do this business and be good at it. That you have to do it in increments. You can't do it all at once. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you got to be patient with yourself and
That's right.
organize it, right? And reverse
Gotta,
engineer your
yes,
dreams.
yes,
So you brought up goals. So let's spend just a quick 30 seconds on this. Goals are extremely important. I love goals and
yes.
scheduling the action it takes to make those happen. Do you have a daily success routine that you would share with anybody about what you do every day that keeps you focused on those goals?
Oh man, you know what? Um, I I do a lot of like small readings on the industry, and then also yeah, on the industry. And so whatever I read, and if I feel that it's something that I need to implement, then that's a goal that I'm going to put on my calendar. And like, I don't know, like maybe I'll give myself a 6 or 7 week goal. And if I see that I'm not reaching that goal, or I'm going to go back and revisit it and say, hey, I got to push this out because of work as well.
Yeah.
But you have to find time for both. And I know with my business partner, I know I probably drive him crazy because I'm constantly thinking about little stuff. So I guess it's all day. It's every day. I never stop thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
that's when
that
you
normal?
have, I don't think it's normal, and I think it's wonderful. If it was normal, everybody would be hitting their goals. Everybody would be striving, and they would have peace of mind knowing that every day they're waking up, taking a step towards their dream. I think we live in a world now where we don't have that confidence. We're not sure if we are living into our dream or living into our greatness. So, and because a lot of times we don't schedule our goals. We don't dream, we have a pipe dream in our head, but we haven't put it on the calendar, like you're saying.
You got to put it
Or you don't
down.
reverse engineer it and say, okay, if I want to publish a book in 6 months, then I have to wake up and write something. Or if I want
Absolutely.
a 6-figure business, then that daily dues list that I love that you use, because that is some solid gold right there. But
Solid goal.
I told you, look, I started making, went from 1,000 a month to 20,000 a month by doing this. So now you know, well, every day I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. That's the roadmap to success. If
That's
somebody
it.
hasn't
That's
created
it.
it for you, you got to create it on your own because it exists.
And let me tell you, Bill, your book, your roadmap has been set out. It's a no-brainer. It's step by step by step. And I tell you, whenever I pick it up and I read something else, it's like if I forget something and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Yep, Bill is right. Step by step. You know, that book is amazing.
Well,
It's amazing.
I'm so glad you like it. And thank you
Yeah.
so much for,
It,
again,
it,
for all your energy and taking the time out to share your story with
yes,
so
we
many
finally
others.
did it, Bill.
Yeah,
It's been
I'm so glad.
since last year.
Exactly. Exactly, Lisa. Thank you
Yeah.
again. I'm sure people might have questions, Lisa. If somebody has a question and wanted to reach out and just connect because they're looking for an enthusiastic member on their team or just somebody to bounce ideas off of, how could they reach out?
They can reach me at for my phone number.
You want to leave a phone number or an email address? Might be better to do an email.
Okay, we'll do email. So my email address is virtuoso, is V as in Victor, IRTUOSO, notary at gmail.com.
I love it. Great.
Yes.
And I love what that represents as well. So Lisa,
Expert.
exactly. Thank you so much. Again, it has been a pleasure. And
Likewise.
all right, good luck on the rest of your business.
Thank
I
you.
hope you have a
Thank
great
you.
summer. Thank you.
Likewise. And I'll see you soon.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.